Hello world. Today is Saturday, February 15th, 2025. It's 9:30 a.m. This is another vlog that is a 10-minute public journal talk about what is top of mind. And the intention here is to be like a 10-minute summation of my last day and provide some value. Every day is like precious opportunity. And this vlog is like an attempt to be like a moment where I am bringing out the best that I have learned, discovered, done in the last day, and like capture it, summarize it, present it to the world as this is my offering. So the ability to summarize something is so powerful because that gives us ability to make a decision about all this data. That is like really the most atomic unit of knowledge, the foundation of all intelligence. Is you look at data, you make a decision about what it is, and then you reduce it, reducing, summarizing. This is so powerful, and just understanding this, making a decision, making a judgment based on, does this bring us closer or further away from our goal? So we are really cybernetic feedback machines, and this is intelligence. What the power of intelligence does is it gives us an ability to get data, make a decision about what it means to us, and what it means relative to our goals. We are goal-driven machines. And so then, based on this, our judgment, we can decide that did our action bring us closer or further away from our goals? And what kind of action we can make decisions. So, like, this is the fundamental understanding that we need to understand in order to understand foundation of reality, of our world, of our lives. So my goal right now is to make an app that makes X amount of money per month. And I know I have some things I need to do in order to do this. I need to provide some value. I need to have it aligned with my long-term interests, so I don't just start hating this kind of work. It needs to be aligned with something I care about, so that I can continue doing it over and over and over again for years. So I can make a commitment to the users that I will be there to keep improving it and keep making it better. So that's really the hardest thing about creating an app, is that promise to the users that I will be here to keep making it better. I am here for the long term. So that's really the most important thing, that the most difficult thing about creating an app. It's that commitment that you will be there to make it better. Because imagine, having a bad experience on an app. Everybody has had that. And so imagine like doing that, amplifying that to 100 million people. You're on the hook. You're on the hook to make sure you don't do harm to those 100 million people. So you have to have that belief in yourself. You have to have that confidence that you have the willpower to stay up all night if the servers are down, to keep them up, to fight that battle of that long, 4 a.m. battle of how to fix this bug on the server, so that your 100 million people can make their daily transactions or their daily activities on your app. So talking about what is top of mind, like I started doing this practice of daily journaling of 3 questions in the past 24 hours. What gave you energy? What took away your energy? And what did you learn about yourself? So first, today, what I wrote down today is like learning about this like cybernetics fund, this AI crypto hackathon. AI crypto hackathon by Safe. They offered a prize. It was actually really a quite beautiful hackathon because it had a lot of prizes, a lot of bounties, so many. And I did not submit a prize. I did not submit a project. And that hurt, that burnt, because I was very excited about all of the opportunities that were there, like and all of the themes. So one of them was like the cybernetic fund, and I checked out the website, and it's been around for like 10 years, but it's really about this like AI agents and crypto intersection that's like super interesting, and something here is really that just like makes me light up, that word cybernetic, because it captures that sense of that feedback loop. Going back to Norman Wiener and cybernetics book, one of the forefathers of computer science. And like for me, it just clicks. Like you just have to understand, you have to see through the noise, what are the fundamental first principles. Then you have to build for the long term, and you have to commit to those. So the reason why I am not committing to things, to projects, is because I have this glimpse. I have this glimpse of this first principles thinking kind of perspective on building an app. And this means like, what kind of an app do you build? What is the intent behind it? So it's really important to get the intent right, because you're always going to feel like you're not in the right place. You're not in the right place. You're not doing the right thing. That thought is going to be nagging you, and you are gonna not be able to put in the work, because deep down you know that voice is right. And you know that voice is right, and then you know you have to get out of this. You have to keep looking. You have to keep traveling. That's the most painful thing, is when you're in that zone of, I need to be focused on one thing, but then you focus on one thing and you realize that voice that's telling you this is not where you're meant for. This is not using your one chance. Well, your one chance of this life. So that's why it's super important. The work that you have to do is to get to know yourself. And the daily exercise of journaling, the thing that gave you energy, the thing that took away your energy, and what you learned about yourself every day for 30 days. That's your work. That's what you have to do. So what gave me energy is this vision of somebody's out there in the blockchain AI space that also gets this, and they offered a grant. So I was sad I didn't complete the hackathon project, but I feel good because there's something here, and I started dreaming about like having this dashboard where you have agents that do trading for you, and that are like DeFi and crypto Web3 experts, and they all just talk to each other, and they gather information, they make transactions on the blockchain for you. So they are your investor portfolio 24/7 fund managers, 24/7 AI agent fund managers. I was just like imagining this, and I was just like, this is so exciting. Because you just like are just observe the dashboard, and you see all their thinking process, and you see them doing research, and you see them making transactions, and that's exciting. So I was like really lit up by that. So second thing is I watched the Brian Tracy talk about, he did like a 30-minute presentation in like I think in the 90s about how he would travel across the Sahara when he was, like 21, and that vision of he had to go a stretch of 500 miles, something like that, 5,000 miles. So, and you could see one barrel in front of you, be on the horizon, and one barrel behind you. And as one appeared, the other one would disappear. And so that vision of being in the desert and just having one goal and being focused on it and just going towards that one goal, he described that that's like an allegory for life. You just need to have a purpose. You need to have one goal. And that, to me, that just lit me up, because that was like, that's so true to me. Then, okay, the things that took away my energy, there was like anxiety, worries, things like that. And what I learned about myself is, I don't remember. So I wrote something about, is it? I'm not sure, but I can answer this question on the spot, and it can be something like, what I learned about myself over the last 24 hours is, um, like I can always get better. And humbleness, like this idea of being humble, like at every stage of life, every stage of skill development, you can be humble or not. And so you can practice it as you're just beginning, and you can practice it as an expert, and you can always be humble. You can always have something, and so that's like a new perspective. Like you're never master things. I mean, you are always keeping that first day mindset. All right, thank you. This is 12 minutes, sending peace and love vibrations to you.